friends, and welcome. So today I had to be a little bit creative because I'm not at home, I'm at a hotel, and I thought this would be a nice corner to do the video because I can't wait to do this video, so I thought I'll just do it here. It is the October Once Upon a Book Club box, and the book was amazing, the items were amazing, and I just can't wait to share this with you guys. If you like these kind of book reviews, book unboxings, or other magical unboxings, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that bell so you never miss another video of me again. Enough talking, let's get unboxing. And here we have the Once Upon a Book Club box. So this is the adult version. If you don't know Once Upon a Book Club box yet, then go check out my other video from last month. There I give a bit of explanation about how it works. It is a monthly subscription box, and I will leave their link in the description down below. So this is my second box I received from them, and this is another great box. I read the book, I opened the gifts, but then I put everything back so I can give you guys the full experience as well. So let's take a little sneak peek in the box. This is what you see when you open the box, and I will put the box right beside me. And let's first take out the book. So the book in the October Once Upon a Book Club box is Today We Go Home by Kelly Est. And as I said, I read this book, I think, in 4 or 5 days. It has 380 pages and it is about women in the military. So let's read the summary and then you'll have an idea of what the book is about. Seattle, Washington. Larkin Bennett has always known her place, whether it's surrounded by her loving family in the lush greenery of the Pacific Northwest or conducting a dusty patrol in Afghanistan. But all of that changed the day tragedy struck her unit and took away everything she held dear. Soon after, Larkin discovers an unexpected treasure, the diary of Emily Wilson, a young woman who disguised herself as a man to fight for the Union in the Civil War. As Larkin struggles to heal, she finds herself drawn deeply into Emily's life and the secrets she kept. Indiana, 1861. The only thing more dangerous to Emily Wilson than a rebel soldier is the risk of her own comrades in the Union Army discovering her secrets. But in the minds of her fellow soldiers, if it dresses like a man, swears like a man, and shoots like a man, it must be a man. As the war marches on and takes its terrible toll, Emily begins to question everything she thought she was fighting for. So that's the summary, and I think that describes the book really well. I think if I tell you more about the story, then I will ruin the surprises for you. So I will just give my thoughts on the book, and then we go through the gifts and the corresponding pages. I thought this book was really strong. I mean, it is a really empowering story about military women, and it kind of surprised me that it really didn't change that much. I mean, women are allowed to fight in the military, but they are still seen as less capable, that they don't contribute as much as men do, that they do different jobs in the military, but that just isn't true. What made this book so interesting for me is that it has two storylines. So when you're reading about Emily, you're in 1860, and then suddenly you're reading about Larkin, and then you're in the present again, and you're wondering, well, what happened to Emily? And then you just keep reading and reading because you want to complete both the storylines. Emily is a great inspiration for Larkin to cope with her PTSD in the present, so it's just a beautiful, coherent story, and for me it read very easy, and I just think it's a beautifully written book. If you are into empowering stories, if you're into Civil War stories, I think this is a really good book to read. Besides the book and the gifts that correspond to certain pages, there are also some other items in the October box. So first we have the leaflet, and in here you can see the read-along dates, the discussion dates, and also meet the author. Then there is this little envelope in the box which says book club perks, and among some other things there is a little book in here that I thought is quite interesting. It is Becoming Alpha, and it's book 1 of the AlphaGo series. I didn't read this yet, but I probably will because I'm kind of expecting that they are going to put book 2 in the second box, but I'm not sure about that. And then we also have a card, and this is included in every box. And it says, "May we all grow up to be strong like her." And that is a quote from the book, so from the author. And this is about Emily. So that is the main character in 1860. Okay, so now it's time to open the gifts together. I'm gonna read the corresponding page in the book or a part of the page, and then we're gonna open the gift. In this month's box, there were 4 gifts included, and I have to say they were just, yeah, wonderful. I really enjoyed them. So let's start with gift number 1. The first gift can be found on page 74, and you'll know when to open your gift because there is a post-it on the page. So let's read the part that corresponds with this gift. Larkin took the lipstick from her and carefully twisted it back down before replacing the cap. "I was with her when she found this shade and fell in love with it," she told Jenna, her memories as real as if the images were being projected on the bedroom wall. "She'd convinced me to go to the mall with her so we could find dresses for the regimental ball our senior year at Norwich. She talked me into makeovers at the clinic counter, and of course she left looking beautiful. I looked like a tramp." She carefully placed the lipstick in the keep pile, next to the Ziploc bag of bracelets and earrings and the old t-shirts already there. So far, nothing was in the piles designated giveaway or garbage. And then we have the gift, which is in this box. And what I think is also really cool about Once Upon a Book Club box is that they pay attention to their packaging. So that is also in the theme of the book. And when we open this box, there is lipstick inside. And that is, of course, the lipstick that we just read about. What I think is also really awesome is that, at least to me, it looks like a bullet. And I'm wearing the lipstick, so the shade is also really nice. I don't know if this is just me, but it kind of smells like oranges. So at page 291, there is a part of a letter that you can read, which is written by Aunt Harriet, who is the aunt of Emily. "Dear Emily, I hope we don't get you in trouble by asking the army to find you. I've been so worried, and when we learned about Ben, I was desperate for word of you. We did not know where you two had gone or what had happened to you. Upon learning that Ben enlisted, I had a feeling that's what you did too, since you wanted to go with your pa and David when they left. But the war is no place for a woman. I'm sorry to tell you that home is not as you left it, my dear. Your uncle was furious when he found you and Ben gone. The burden was too great for him alone, and he was forced to sell off most of the North fields. As soon as this war is over, he says he will sell the entire farm and move us back to be near his family in Virginia. You are welcome to come home and live with us and move with us when we go, but I must be honest and tell you that your uncle is not too keen on you after what you've done. I pray every night that you are safe. Write to me as soon as you receive this. Please know I love you very much. Andrew and Ada also send their love. With God, Harriet." And the corresponding gift is this one. And you can probably guess this is the letter that I just read to you. The third gift can be found on page 316. She found Kaya in the kitchen, cooking what looked to be yellow pancakes in a cast iron pan on the stove. The smell of maple syrup and coffee filled the room and reminded Larkin she hadn't eaten since breakfast. "Hey, what you making?" She opened the fridge to look for leftovers. "Johnny cakes," Kaya answered, as she pushed her bangs back with her forearm, a spatula in her hand. "I'm playing with some old Civil War recipes. These were popular because they didn't use flour or sugar and could be topped with syrup, molasses, or jam." Larkin peered closer at the pan. "If there's no flour in them, what were they made of?" "Cornmeal." She flipped the pancake over. The gift is in this sack, and when you open this, you actually get the Johnny cakes, which I think is so cool. So you get the spatula with it, and then the delicious Johnny cakes. And at the back there is this recipe, what to add and how you can make your own Johnny cakes. So inside is just the mixture that you have to use. So yeah, this is just an awesome gift which really makes the book come alive. Oh, and I will make sure to post on Instagram how the Johnny cakes turned out. And now the fourth and final gift from this book, it can be found on page 343. Gabriel crawled the short distance to his pallet in a corner and withdrew something from under his blanket. When he returned, he held Emily's diary. The sight of it made her gasp. I shouldn't have taken it, he shoved it at her. Emily could not hold back tears as he took the book from him. I thought it was gone for good. She ran a hand lovingly over the cover, thinking about the day Pa had given it to her and all the days it had kept her company in camp. It comes in this beautiful box, and when you open the box, and maybe you've guessed this already, there you will find the diary of Emily, which I think is just amazing that they went this far as to recreating her diary. Here is a kind of a pocket, and behind it you find a handkerchief. This is the handkerchief with the initials ODE. So it is nothing special, but it has emotional value to Emily. And if you read the book, then yeah, you will really appreciate that they put the handkerchief in there. And then there's also this ring, which is actually from the same person. It says it is a size 7, and I don't know how they knew this. I'm guessing they probably just gave everyone a size 7, but it fits perfectly, which is really cool. And on the inside, there's an engraving which says Willie Smith, 9th Indiana Infantry. Okay, it is really getting sunny here. I mean, oh my gosh. I had to change the angle of the camera a bit, so let's continue. As I said, the diary that we got, it contained the ring, the handkerchief, and inside it is just a normal diary. Something I also noticed is that there is a diary entry in here from Emily. Okay, those are all the gifts in the October Once Upon a Book Club box. I am yet again really happy that I purchased this box and that I will be getting the November box as well. The hint for the November box is be careful who you let in, and I will put a little description of this book somewhere around here. So if you want to read it, just pause the screen and you can. If you didn't read this already, go read Today We Go Home because I highly recommend it. It is such a wonderful, empowering, and inspiring story that makes you think about a lot of important subjects. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and all that's left for me to say is have a magical day and let's stay in touch.